Hi everyone, it's me, your Manu Issue, and welcome back to my channel Manu Issue ACCA classes. So in today's video, we are going to do Kaplan kit question of life cycle costing, especially from the section C of F5. So if you're watching my video for the first time, don't forget to hit the bell icon for more updates and don't forget to share it among your friends as well. Okay, so first requirement of the question is, okay, so first question is, what is the life cycle cost per unit? So basically life cycle cost is it is a technique that tracks and accumulates all the actual cost, not the budgeted, it's actual cost and revenue throughout the entire life of the product. Yeah, so what we have, how can we get the cost per unit? Whatever the cost has incurred from designing, planning or research and development to the abandon uh, or we can say abandonment. Yeah, मतलब starting say from where we have planned, we have research and development about the product to its decline or decline phase, whatever the cost has been incurred, sum of those all costs divided by the number of unit produced throughout the cycle. Okay, so we will get the cost per unit. Okay, so cost per unit equal to total cost throughout the life divided by total units. Okay, so let's read out the question. A company has produced the following information for a product it is about to launch. The product is expected to have a life of 3 years. Means whatever the cost has been incurred during these 3 years and whatever the unit has been produced during the 3 years, we have to take while calculating the cost per unit. So first we will take the total unit, right? What is it? The expected sales unit is uh, 2000 plus 5000 plus 7000, and we assume that whatever unit has been sold, it has been produced as well. So we got our total unit, right? Now it's time to get total cost. The first is production variable production cost, and it's per unit. Now we have to calculate the total cost. Okay, and how do we get that? Just have a look on the formula bar what I am doing. Okay, 2.30 is for 2000 unit, right? And 1.80 is for 5000 unit, right? And 1.20 into 7000. In this way we will get our total variable production cost. Okay, fixed production cost. Okay, it's in the total, we don't have to multiply it by the particular unit. So 3500 plus 4000, so we got our total fixed production cost as well. Now it's time to get the variable selling cost, and it's also given in the per unit. Now we have to calculate the total, and how can we get that? Just multiply per unit with their respective unit sold. 0.40 into 5000 plus 0.4 into 7000. So we got it. And now fixed selling cost. Okay, so it's 1500 plus 1600 plus 1600. Then now administrative cost 700 plus 700 plus 700 for the 3 years. So now summing all these, total cost equal to, okay, so now cost per unit equal to total cost divided by total unit, and in this way we got our life cycle cost per unit. Okay, so option C. Okay, okay, so next question, it's also same like we did. Okay, so manufacturing company which produces a range of product has developed a budget to the life cycle of a new product P. The information in the following table relate exclusively to the product P. Okay, so we do have given the different type of cost and the unit we produce. The company total fixed production overhead are budgeted to be 72 million each year, and total machine hour are budgeted to be 96 million hours. The company absorbs overhead on the machine hour basis. What is the budgeted life cycle cost per unit for the product P? The formula will be same, no issue. And now total unit will be, it's given production and sales unit is 300,000. Now total cost. So total cost, first we have a design cost. Design cost is 800, 123. Now direct manufacturing cost, so it's given in the per unit, I think 20, so we have to multiply it with the respective unit, and this one is dollar. Okay. So now depreciation cost, it will also be included. Depreciation cost 500, 123. Decommissioning cost. Okay, so what is the amount? 20,000. It will also be included. We have to take each and every cost, actual, be sure actual cost. Okay, so now machine hour is given 4 per unit, means while manufacturing the one product, one unit, we have it's taking a 4 machine hour, 4 hour per unit machine hours. So now, and the fixed production overhead, we do have given total budgeted one. Okay, so first we have to calculate the, in order to get the fixed production overhead, we have to calculate OAR. So now budgeted overhead equal to 72 million, right? And question has told the company absorbs this overhead on a machine hour basis. So machine hours is machine hours is 96 million, right? It's in hour, it's in the dollar, and it's in the hours. Okay, so now OAR, how do we get that? Divide this by this, we will get $0.7 per hour. Okay, so now this is for hour. Now we have to get it in the unit. So we do have given the machine hour 4 per unit, right? So we will multiply this into 4 in order to get the dollar per unit. Okay, so now it's easy, it's 3. Now these 3 into unit, so we got it. Okay, so now our total cost equal to total cost we do get our total cost. Now cost per unit of P, divide by total cost divided by total unit, right? So it's 27.40. Okay, so next question is which of the following statement made by chief executive are true regarding the cost of console? Okay, SNT is Japanese electronic giant specializing in the production of games. So consoles, SNT is planning to introduce the latest next generation console and range of game in summer of 20x0. Development of the new console is due to commence on January 1st, 20x0. SNT is currently working out at what price the new console should be sold then. New console is expected to incur the following cost in the 4 years it will be developed and commercialized. Market research has indicated that customer will be prepared to pay an average price of 420 per console. Remember this point, customer is prepared to pay 420 per game. But S&T chief executive believed that this will be not sufficient to make the production worthwhile. So what is the first statement? Cost per console calculated using life cycle cost principle is higher than the price customers are prepared to pay. So for that we have to calculate the cost per unit according to the life cycle costing. Okay, formula will be same. Okay. Okay, so first we have to get total unit. Total unit is 20,000 for the first, sorry, 10,000 for the first year, then after 12,000, then 1100, then 3,000. Okay, this is our total unit. Now total cost. Total cost, we have R&D cost, right, and amount is 950,123, and rest for the rest of the year it is 0. Then marketing cost is 230,123 plus 120,123 plus 20,000, then 5,000. Okay, now production cost. Production cost, we have to take each and every cost, be sure. Okay, 450, and what is this is for the per console, and what number of console we have manufactured in the first year is 10,000. We have to multiply again 430 into 12,000 plus 290 into 11100 plus 290 into 3,000. This is our total production cost throughout the life cycle. Warranty. Okay, warranty cost is, it's also per unit wise, so we have to take total cost, so multiply it with the respective unit, so 30 into 12,000, then after that 40 into 11100, then 45 into 3,000. This is warranty. And end life cost. End life cost is decommissioning or disposal of the some assets, machinery. So this is at the end of the year, which is 125,000. Okay, so now we have to get the total cost. Now all we got total cost. Now cost per unit according to the life cycle is, okay, so it's 455.35. Now customer has agreed to pay 420 per console as per the question. It means cost per unit according to the life cycle costing is higher, so first statement is true. Okay, more attention to R&D cost in 20x0 reduce warranty cost in later years. Obviously you can see the very heavy amount expenditure on the R&D in 20x0. So it means if you are doing good research or planning and designing in the good way, so it will improve the your chances of reducing incurring the cost in the further year for the warranty. Okay, it means you have a lower cost, means there will be less chances of people will come for the warranty or guarantee, whatever. So it is also true, if you focus on the R&D, it will also improve the chances, reduce the warranty cost in the later years. Okay. Okay, so next question. While a drag and drop style question, okay, sorry, this is not the, which four of the following are said to be the benefit of a life cycle costing? Okay, so first is this. Okay, it provides the true financial cost of the product. Obviously in the life cycle costing we used to take the all the cost, whether the production, non-production, whether the fixed, we used to take all the cost incurred from the start of the planning, from R&D to the abandonment of the product. So whatever the cost incurred throughout the life cycle of the product, we used to take all the cost. But in case of traditional costing, they don't used to take the fixed cost or R&D cost. They used to charge it against the profit. So this is the true for the life cycle costing. Okay, so next our point is the execute. Okay, the length of the life cycle can be shortened. The length of the life cycle can be shortened. Okay, we will look after this point, after rest the point we will discuss. Expensive error can be avoided in that potential failing the product can be falling the product can be avoided. Expensive error can be avoided in that potential falling the product can be avoided. Obviously we are spending a very big amount in the research and development, right? So if we are doing the good research or planning मतलब product launch करने से पहले if we are doing the good research and planning in a good way, so it will be a very less chance to get those product failure, so it can be avoided. Okay, so this is also true. Lower cost can be achieved earlier by designing out cost. Obviously, if you are if in the development phase we used to plan or design the regarding the project, and if we are doing this in the good way, we can minimize the further year cost, like we study in the warranty cost है कि नहीं. अगर अच्छे से प्लान किया हुआ है, अच्छे से डिजाइन किया हुआ है, इट विल रिड्यूस योर फर्दर कॉस्ट. जैसे कि वारंटी का भी कम चांसेस होगा कि सामान बिगड़ेगा या खराब होगा, कस्टमर आपके पास वापस आएंगे. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो द ट्रू. Okay, so next is lower cost can be achieved by we have done this. Better selling price can be set. Obviously, after knowing the all the cost or which have been incurred throughout the life cycle of the product, we can add a certain margin or the markup to get the selling price of those products, so it can be done the better way. So be careful in case of objective asked for life cycle. Better selling price set is not an objective of the life cycle costing. It's a benefit but not objective. Okay. Okay, so basically objective of life cycle will be to track and accumulate all the cost and revenue. Overall overall the product will give profitability or the not. This is the objective but not the selling price setting. It is a benefit. Okay. Okay, so declining stage of the life cycle can be avoided. We can't avoid any of the phases. It's very sure that the product will have to any product have to pass those 5 phases. Okay, so we can't avoid the declining stage of the life cycle. Okay, so we have to choose four, and we have chosen. And the for second point, the length of life cycle can be shortened. Uh, just a wait a second. Okay, so where was we? Yeah, for the second point, the question is telling the length of the life cycle can be shortened, right? The length of cycle shorten. So shorten life cycle may be the good idea for the life cycle costing, but using life cycle costing does not mean we can shorten the life cycle. Means this shortening of life cycle is telling about overall life cycle of the product, means including introduction, development, maturity, decline, all phases. This statement is telling. So basically it's a good idea, but अगर आप लाइफ शॉर्टेन कर रहे हो इन दैट केस, जैसे कि ओवरऑल की बात करें तो लाइक आप हो सकता है कि ज़्यादा रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट ही ना करो. है ना, हो सकता है ज़्यादा टाइम आप स्पेंड ही ना करो प्लानिंग एंड डिजाइनिंग में, सो इट विल नॉट बी द बेनिफिट, है ना. So that's why this is not the correct. Okay. Okay, so 52. Which of the following statement are true regarding the justification of the use of life cycle costing? Okay, the first statement is product life cycle are becoming increasingly short. This means that initial costs are increasingly important component in the product's overall cost. अब यहाँ पे जो क्या है ना, आपका प्रोडक्ट लाइफ साइकिल बोला शॉर्टनिंग करने के लिए, मीन्स ओवरऑल लाइफ साइकिल शॉर्ट, ठीक है. और जिसमें लाइक प्लानिंग जो करते हैं हम लोग, डिज़ाइनिंग करते हैं या फिर रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट, अराउंड मैक्सिमम हमारा कॉस्ट इंकर होता है इनिशियल फेज में. इनिशियल कॉस्ट फेज मतलब आपका डेवलपमेंट एंड इंट्रोडक्शन, यहाँ पे हमारा हेविली एक्सपेंडिचर होता है. तो वही स्टेटमेंट कर रहा है, दिस मीन दैट द इनिशियल कॉस्ट आर an increasingly important component in the product's overall cost. मैंने जो कि पहले ही बोला ना, तो ये ट्रू है आपका. The product costs are increasingly weighted to the start of the product life cycle, and to properly understand the profitability of the product, this cost will match with the ultimate revenue. This is the what definition of the life cycle costing, that it tracks and accumulate all the cost, actual cost and revenue throughout the entire cycle. So ठीक है, यहाँ पे जो प्रोडक्ट कॉस्ट होता है, जो प्रोडक्ट से रिलेटेड कॉस्ट होता है, वेदर इट्स फिक्स नॉन प्रोडक्शन, जो भी सारे को लेता है, एंड इस लास्ट में एट द एंड ऑफ द साइकिल में टोटल कॉस्ट जो इनकर हुआ एंड टोटल रेवेन्यू हम लोग मैच करते हैं टू कैलकुलेट द प्रॉफिट. दिस इज ऑल्सो ट्रू, है ना. ओके. So next is our the high cost, for example research, design, marketing in the early stage in the product life cycle necessitate a high initial selling price. ऐसा कुछ हम लोग ने पढ़ा नहीं, बट जो भी लाइक हाई हाई कॉस्ट इंकर्ड होने का ही मतलब नहीं कि हम लोग हाई प्राइस चार्ज करेंगे, है ना. हम लोग जो भी कॉस्ट इंकर्ड होता है, वी कैन प्लान टू मिनिमाइज दोज कॉस्ट, है कि नहीं, लाइफ साइकिल कॉस्टिंग के अकॉर्डिंग. सो 3 आपका ये ट्रू नहीं है, ठीक है. इट्स नॉट अबाउट द सेलिंग प्राइस, ठीक है. यहाँ पे बस हमारा जो भी कॉस्ट और रेवेन्यू इंकर्ड होता है उसको मैच करते हैं अगेंस्ट से, देन प्रॉफिट कैलकुलेट करते हैं, ठीक है. उसके बाद क्या है, ट्रेडिशनल कैपिटल बजटिंग टेक्निक डू नॉट अटेम्प्ट टू मिनिमाइज द कॉस्ट और मैक्सिमाइज द रेवेन्यू ओवर द प्रोडक्ट लाइफ साइकिल. अब जैसे कि पहले ट्रेडिशनल कैपिटल में क्या था कि लाइक उतना कंपटीशन नहीं था, है ना. प्रोडक्ट वो लोग बनाए, उसके ऊपर मार्कअप मार्जिन चार्ज करके बेचते थे, है ना, अपने अकॉर्डिंग ही बनाते थे. बट अभी क्या हो गया है, लाइक कोई प्रोडक्ट बनाने से पहले कंपनी हैव टू मतलब लाइक अंडरस्टैंड द मार्केट क्या है, ठीक है. और जो भी कॉस्ट, जैसे लाइफ साइकिल कॉस्टिंग है, यहाँ पे जो भी कॉस्ट इंकर हो रहा है वो करने के बाद हम लोग अच्छे से प्लानिंग कर सकते हैं ना, कि लाइक इतना कॉस्ट मिनिमाइज करना है, इतना नेक्स्ट टाइम. तो ये भी आपका क्या है, सो ट्रू है. सो 1, 2 एंड 4, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट 54. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट आर ट्रू रिगार्डिंग द लाइफ साइकिल कॉस्टिंग. अगेन लाइफ साइकिल कॉस्टिंग के लिए ये life cycle costing takes into account the all cost incurred in the product life cycle with exception of some cost incurred on the research and development. नहीं, यहाँ पे जो भी कॉस्ट इंकर होता है, इवन तो इरिलेवेंट क्यों ना हो, हम लोग वो भी लेते हैं. बट भी एक चीज़ याद रखना, हम लोग अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट नहीं लेते हैं यहाँ पे, ठीक है, लाइफ साइकिल कॉस्टिंग में. सो दिस इज द फॉल्स. Life cycle costing ensure a profit is generated over the life of the product. Obviously life cycle costing में we used to take the total cost and total revenue incurred over the life cycle of the product, ठीक है. उसके बाद ये profitability है कि नहीं product, then we can see, है ना. तो ये true है. Life cycle costing is most useful for the product with even weighting of the cost over their life. तो ये इवन वेटिंग नहीं होता। अब जैसे कि यहाँ पे एग्जांपल देख लो, रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट कॉस्ट कब होता है, इन द डेवलपमेंट फेज, यहाँ पे ज़्यादा कॉस्ट इनकर्ड हुआ है। मार्केटिंग कॉस्ट कब होता है, जब हम लोग प्रोडक्ट को लॉन्च करने के बाद कस्टमर आर अनअवेयर, देन वी हैव टू मेक देम अवेयर आफ्टर ए लॉट्स ऑफ एडवर्टाइजमेंट। तो जो फेज में जो कॉस्ट इनकर्ड हुआ वहीं पे शो करते हैं, वी डोंट शो इट इवनली, ठीक है, ये फॉल्स है, ठीक है। ओके, सो नेक्स्ट, what is the life cycle cost per unit of the new product? Company B is about to start developing a new product for a launch in its existing market. They have forecast sales of 20,000 units and marketing department suggesting a selling price of 43 अब जो कि यहाँ पे सेलिंग प्राइस दिया है, ये हमारे लिए कोई काम का नहीं है जब लाइफ साइकिल कॉस्ट पर यूनिट कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं तब, है ना। Markup भी दिया, the company seek to make a markup of 40% product cost. It is estimated that the life cycle cost of the product will be as follows: design and development cost, manufacturing cost, planning and decommissioning cost. So what you have to do is आपको सारे cost ऐड करना होगा। The first is the design and development cost and manufacturing cost per unit है, और जो यूनिट सेल्स हुआ है वी एज्यूम कि उतना यूनिट हम लोग ने प्रोड्यूस किया था, उसको मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे यूनिट से, यहाँ पे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कॉस्ट आ जाएगा। उसके बाद प्लांट डिकमिशनिंग कॉस्ट, ये भी ऐड करने के बाद वी विल गेट टोटल कॉस्ट एंड डिवाइड इट बाय द टोटल यूनिट, यू विल गेट योर आंसर, ठीक है। सो ओके, नेक्स्ट वीडियो में वी विल डू थ्रूपुट अकाउंटिंग क्वेश्चंस। सो तब तक के लिए स्टे ट्यून्ड विद माय चैनल।